You know what? Years ago, yeah. I remember when I was in the fruit market. This time of year, definitely this time of year, yeah. There's got a lot of dates and figs and satsumas and mandarins, tangerines, all them sort of things. They're making money, yeah, and they make money. So what a lot of me and a couple of my other mates, we used to drive around the listers looking for people to put stuff in the back of the lorries, other porters, and nick it and take it off and sell it. But that's what we used to do, you know what I mean? Everybody in the market does the same thing. It's crazy. Anyway, and one day, one of the porters had delivered a lot of dates and stuff like that on the back of a motor, and there was loads of them, you know. But it was about 60, 70 quid's worth, and in them days, it was a lot of money. You know what I mean? So I was on the lister, and I see it go by. I see the guy go by me and put it on the back of the lorry. I went straight back and put it on my lister. Driving down there, the lister moved around. There was two guys jumped on the back of the lister, and it was Summers, one of the Summerses, yeah, with another guy. And the Summerses was big people, and they worked in a place called the Hole. They had the place called the Hole in the Wall in Greenford, I think it was. And Chicky something anyway. They jumped on the back and put their hands around my neck and pulled me off, yeah. And the lister sort of shot off, hit another motor and stopped, yeah. I jumped off and I'm having a fight with the two of them, yeah. I'm having a fight. I mean, a right punch up, a right toe-to-toe fight. You know, they're right what they're doing, but they pulled me off and they're going to fight me now. They want to fight, I want to fight, and they want their stuff back. They're going to get their stuff back anyway. I'm going to give them it back because otherwise there's more trouble in that than it's worth. But they pulled me off. They pulled me off the lister, and it's going to be a toe-to-toe fight. I'm fighting. I'm only young. I'm fighting like a proper man, you know. And I'm giving them as good as what they're giving me, but they give me a lot more than what I give them. They're bashing. In the end, I did give them a couple of good shots, yeah. But there's two of them. They're all ex-fighters, you know what I mean. And they're smashing me around the face a bit, around the body. I'm giving them back as well. We're in the right fight, yeah. And obviously, I'm giving as good as I get. But they're giving me a lot. It's a lot harder, you know. They hit me a lot harder and they smashed me about a bit. I went back to they get all their stuff back. They ain't gonna nick me. They ain't gonna do nothing like that. We had a toe-to-toe fight. A few other green guys will see it happening. See us having a pound up. Quite a few porters see it. Let it ride. And anyway, I had to go home because my hands was all smashed up and my face was in a bad way. Yeah, where they bashed me up a bit around the face. And I had to go home. Well, about 4 days later, I come back. And I'm working on a company called Phillips at that time, helping my mate Johnny Wills out, yeah? And me and Johnny was always going on the market on the list and nicking things, yeah? That was what you should do, I love it. You know, you got to go and get your 50, 60 quid a day, you know? And it's good money then, you know? And even getting 50 quid a day, 30 quid a day, it's good money on top of your wages, yeah? As a porter, getting good money. But like to nick things, it's just one of the things that happen in the fruit market, yeah? And these four, I suppose it's their sons or mates, they come in the market to oblige me, no one else. They come in four-handed to oblige me, to give me a right good idea, you know what I mean? But four of them, it's a bit of a liberty. They come in the market to have a go at me, and they come to the stall that I'm on, Phillips's, and come to cause a problem. I'm with Johnny Wells. Johnny Wells is dead now. God rest in peace, John. But Ray Wells, his brother, I don't think Ray Wells remembers this. But me and John and a guy called Bobby Collins. Bobby Collins lived on a big corner stand called Joe Strong's, yeah? Big corner one at Joe Strong's. And anyway, these guys come over to have a row with me. So I'm shouting and screaming at them outside. It's kicked off. It kicked off. One's hit me on the chin. I rocked a bit and I'm fighting. Bobby Collins gets involved. Right, and Johnny Wells gets involved. Well, Johnny Wells can have a right fight, man. He can have a right terrible fight. He's one of the only guys that have bashed up Colin Cracknell twice. He's had 2 fights with Colin and beaten him twice. But Johnny Wells and Bobby Collins, let me tell you something, we smashed these 4 people to pieces. We really bashed them up bad. We bashed these kids up bad. They're not kids. I was, what, 16, 17. They was maybe 19, 20s. Bigger than me, but you know what I mean? We don't really care, you know. I just had a right fight with the two dads or two uncles or whatever, you know. So I'm not really bothered. I decided to fight with 2 men 4 or 5 days ago, and I stood my home, but I got bashed up. I got hurt with it. I did get hurt, you know what I mean? But now they're bringing them kids along to have a fight with me, and they come right unstuck because they didn't want to fight just with me. They had a fight with Johnny Wells and Bobby Collins. Let me tell you, Bobby Collins, right? Bobby Collins, listen, he's a big, powerful geezer, right? He don't have a lot of fights. He is big and powerful. Everybody respects him because he can handle himself. He's strong as an ox. When he come in with me, Johnny Wells, of course, it surprised me, you know, that how well he can fight. And then us kids fighting them. I mean, Johnny Wells was a lot older than them. Bobby Collins was a lot older than them, I think, 21, 22. I was the youngest one, 17, 18. But believe me, right, we smashed these 4 to pieces. We smashed them to pieces. We was in the coffee shop inside called Elsted's there. We're in the coffee shop in Elsted's. We've had the fight. Everyone's a little bit smashed up around the face and all that. And these 4 come in, and they look well beat, bashed up, you know. No stabbings and hitting with bottles and glasses and all that game and big boxes. We had a toe fight. They come in, like we was at the counter getting our cups of tea and stuff. They come in, we thought, here he goes off again. But they come in and said, listen, mate, shake your hands, you know what I mean? And thanks very much and all this, that and the other, and good fight. And they was like travelling family, that lot, you know what I mean? And the summers, isn't it, like travelling families, you know what I mean? And they said, well done, mate, because forget about it. And I said, yes, mate, forget about it, no more, yeah? And this is such a good story. And about a year later, I'm still in the market, working, doing my bits and pieces, but it's not long now. I'm going to get nicked in a minute. And one of the cheeky summers is always dancing about an act. He's one of the ones who've had a little bit of a row with it, and he can have a right fight, like. And I'm down Acton High Street, walking down there with a dog. Who's down there? He's got a stall down there, a greengrocer's stall in Acton High Street, just off a little alleyway part, yeah? I walked down with the dog, I see him. He went, oi! I went, all right. He went, come here, you. I went, what? He said, listen, that was a good fight. He said, with my boys, that was a good fight, me and you. He said, well done, you. He said, what are you doing? I said, no, I'm just mucking about. I'm not in the market no more. I'm out of the market. He said, do you want a job? I said, doing what? He said, come and help me weekends. I went, really? He went, yeah, come and help me weekends. He said, and I'll give you a few bob, give you a nice parcel, give you a nice cotchel. It's a cotchel to be when you get your fruit, your veg, the potatoes on top of your mum, yeah? Oh, seriously? He said, yeah, come. He said, shake my hand, shook his hand, mate. So that was what it was about. I mean, fighting in them days, if you can fight like that today, it'd be good. If you could fight today, have a proper fight with someone and shake your hands, and it'd be all over, it'd be lovely, you know what I mean? But it ain't like that today, is it? Anyway, just thought I'd give you a quick story. Got a few other stories in the food market that I'm remembering, you know, and it's people that I phone my pals up, have a little chat. One of my best mates, Philip Collins, he's another Collins. He's got a big greengrocer shop. My mate Christian from KR on TV, he goes over and sees Philip. Philip talks about me and give away my regards and all this, that and the other. And Philip Collins' boy, he's a cage fighter, and they send me over cottons of fruit. You know, I don't know if Philip knows, but he sends me over cottons of fruit. You know, all this grapes, oranges, apples, pears, bananas, everything. All the fruit, all the vegetables I need, potatoes, cabbages, cauliflowers, everything I need he sends over to me. You know what I mean? Now and again, it's nice, isn't it? To be remembered like that, and it's nice, mate. And the kid's a good fighter. And KO on TV, Christian said to me, what's the fight you ate? I said, no, he bashed me up now, I'm too old for that. But it'd be a good fight. I love that. It happens to be a laugh, isn't it? Anyway, Bang Bang Mail, please like and subscribe. I've got more stories about the fruit market, and I'll tell them maybe later on today or tomorrow. Yeah, take care. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening. Yeah, bye.